Welcome to Book Review. Welcome to the Book Review. Every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, under the guidance, actually, not under the guidance, but people told me not to do this show. They said, don't do it, Grant. You don't have time to do it. Okay? They're like, don't do it. You don't have time to do this show. You don't need to do it. Jared's told me not to do it. Sherry said not to do it. But every Tuesday at 12 p.m., I come to you to review a book. Today I'm reviewing Lewis Howes, The School of Greatness, okay? We've talked about the 10X rule here. We've talked about Relentless here. Oh, man, I just keep bringing it. I'm going to be doing The Power of Broke, Damon John. Tell me what book you want me to review for you, and I will. Today I'm talking about Lewis Howes. Oh, by the way, Lewis is going to be at the 10xgrowthcon.com, 10xgrowthcon.com. And the only way, by the way, to get tickets to the 10X Growth Con is to call me because we're sold out. And Lewis wrote me this book, and I want to review it today. He's going to be at the conference with me. What day is he speaking, Robert? Do you know? Okay, we're going to confirm. Robert's with me, okay? This is an excellent book, by the way, except for it being a little soft. Well, Lewis Howes, okay, I love the dude. He speaks on the 18th at 4 p.m. I love Lewis, okay, but I mean, Lewis is into this whole, I know he's doing therapy right now. He's doing the whole therapy thing. He's doing the whole, transcendental meditation and let's search for the broken child within. I'm just kidding, Lewis. You know I'm kidding, dude. I love you, dude. This guy's an ex-athlete. He's had some tough breaks. This is an excellent book. I advise you to go get it today. The School of Greatness. And you guys know I'm committed to greatness. Chapters: create a vision, turn adversity into advantage, cultivate a champion mindset. Who doesn't need that? Develop hustle. The reason people don't keep their hustle is because they don't know what they're doing. Master your body. Who doesn't need a little inspiration on the body? Practice positive habits, build a winning team, and live a life of service, okay? Now, Lewis Howes and I did a webinar. He taught me how to do a webinar, by the way, okay? He taught me how to do one, and I've perfected it. Okay? The book that I'm talking about today is The School of Greatness. So when I read the book, and I did a webcast with him, I'm like, dude, I'm going to take what you just gave me, what me and you just did together, and I'm going to turn it into some greatness, okay? We're going to make it sickness. Okay, introduction. What does it take to be great? This is interesting, okay? I've always told you, and I tell you every Tuesday, you give me one line out of any book, and it's worth the whole book, okay? Check this out. Greatness is a spiritual condition worthy to excite love, interest, and admiration, and the outward proof of possessing greatness is that we excite love, interest, and admiration. Matthew Arnold. Okay, I don't know who Matthew Arnold is. Do you, Robert? Don't know him, never heard of him until I read this book, but I do like the quote. Now check it out. In this book, School of Greatness, he talks about being a parent, being an artist, being generous, being a leader, being a change maker, being an advocate, being healthy, being an entrepreneur, and being of service. When I read this, I was like, dude, what if I could do them all? What if I could do all that? By the way, I then wrote a book called Be Obsessed or Be Averaged with all of them, not one of them, okay? How to create a vision. He talks about how to create a vision. He talks about turn adversity into advantage, how to cultivate a champion's mindset, how to develop the hustle and keep it, how to master the body, practice positive habits, build a winning team. It's an awesome book, folks. If you haven't read this, get it. In creating the vision, the only thing worse than being blind, who said this? The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Who said it? Helen de Keller. Dude, forced to see. Forced to see. Okay? Greatness is my passion, but vision is my obsession, says Lewis Howes. Okay? See, that's inspiration, man. I get inspired, man. Give me some inspiration, okay? So check it out. He says here on page 11, let your vision be your identity. He actually gets into lessons of how to create this greatness. Number 1, lesson 1, be specific. What is my greatness? What is it you want to be known for? What is it you want to be great at, right? Okay, Michael Jordan's like, I want to be a great basketball player. Duh. What about after you're 38, bro? What are we going to do after 34, 35, okay? What happens next? See, Jordan, unlike most NBA basketball players, became very specific about what he wanted to be great at, okay? Not just basketball. What do you want it to be? This is where I want to be rich. I want to be a great basketball player. I want to be a great author. But what about the rest of the story, okay? Is that going to suffice after the book is written? Number 2, let your vision be your identity, okay? When you watch my tweets or you watch a post I do on LinkedIn or you watch maybe this show today, everything I do is an extension of my identity, okay? Who do I want to be known as? A powerful vision emerges when we couple our dreams with a set of clear rules or goals. 3, turn the telescope around. If I get these things, what happens to my life, right? If I get rich and I get a big car and I get a hot wife and I get the kids, what happens to my life? Is that enough? Oh no, man, I want to help people. So what happened was, see, sneezes happen, sneezes happen, right? So check it out. So I'm sitting there doing this exercise. Hey, I'm going to get rich. I'm going to have a hot wife. I'm going to have the car. I'm going to have people want me to I'm going to travel all over the country, right? Dude, when I turn the telescope back on me, lesson number 3, what else do I need? What has happened to my life? Okay, if I'm traveling all over and I got a hot wife at home and 2 beautiful kids that are growing up, but I'm on the road all the time, you see, actually the goals that I postulated in my mind created a situation for me until I turned the telescope, is what Lewis Howes calls it in the book, and looked back and said, what does that do to my life? It actually created situations in my life. So all of a sudden I'm like, dude, I'm going to need a plane. Otherwise, I'm going to be on American Airlines all the time. I'm going to be in Ramada Inns all the time, or Marriott's, or Hyatt's, or the Ritz Hotel. It don't matter how good the hotel is, folks, if you're on the road all the time and you're in conflict with the goals you actually created and now that you're working for. You understand? So when you turn the telescope around in lesson 3, you get to look back and say, what do I really want in my life? How's that going to affect me, okay? What if I get super rich and never help anybody? Oh, I want to help people. Exercise number 1, he gives you on page 17. Exercise number 1, so that you can actually implement lesson 1, 2, and 3, your certificate of achievement. Now, I love this, okay? I first heard about this from, I think, Jim Carrey, the comedian. I'd been reading about affirmations and taking postulates, what's called posting the future in present time. Some people call it affirmations or goals. And Jim Carrey said he wrote himself a check for $10 million. He was broke out of Toronto. He wrote himself a check for $10 million. It was no good. Or $1 million. I think it was $1 million. Jim wrote a check for $1 million. So I went home and I read that. I said, shit, I'm going to write myself a check for $10 million. Before I could write the 10 in, I wrote 100. I'm like, shit, 10, 100. I don't have any of them. I should have written a check for $1 billion. That's what I should have done. Okay, I literally wrote that check for $100 million, put it in my desk drawer years ago, probably, 30 years ago. This is what he's talking about, your certificate of achievement. Write down your goal, print it, frame it, hang it where you see it every day. And you've heard me talk about writing goals every day, okay? Number 2 exercise, the perfect day itinerary. I think this is important and critical. It's worth reading Lewis's book just for this. How do I want every day to look? How do I want to feel every single day? What am I creating daily? Who am I spending my time with? What places am I exposing myself to? What passions am I fulfilling? And you could go on and on. What is your perfect day like? Okay. Exercise 3, personal principle declarations. Okay. He's talking to himself here in writing. Love myself, everyone, and everything. Be in service to support others around the world. Always give my best and strive for greatness in everything I do. Live in abundance, create and win. Here's the problem with this, okay? One problem I got with this. Dude, if you don't get rid of the other counter negative talk, this sitting lodged in the unawarenesses of your freaking mind, not your brain, If you don't get rid of that, this is like spinning the Jeep that's stuck in the mud, and the more you accelerate, the deeper you go, okay? And if you want help on how to get rid of that negative stuff, the sabotaging, the little devil, the little Tasmanian devil that is lodged in your mind, that sabotages you, your relationships, your money, reach out to me, gc@grantcardone.com, gc@grantcardone.com. Email me, gc@grantcardone.com. Subject line, Tasmanian devil, mental. Chapter 2 talks about turning adversity into advantage. And I'll tell you what, Lewis has got a great story about how to do this. Chapter 3, cultivating a champion mindset. Okay, this is a great book, folks. How do you stay positive? Okay. How do you create a hustle that you can stay with, right? At the end of the day, dude, are you going to be in the school of greatness or the school of lateness? Okay. Are you going to have so much money in your life that you're never late again? You're going to have great relationships in your life? Me and Lewis agree on one thing. Greatness is the only thing to go for, okay? Join the school of greatness. Lewis is going to be with me on the 18th right here in Miami. Or to call Lewis right now and see if he's around. What's he doing? I wonder if he's around right now. Let's see. I don't have a charge on my phone though, do I? No? John, unplug me. Okay? So otherwise I'd call him. The book is School of Greatness. Every week I do a book. I got a bunch here. How do you kill 11 million people? I don't know if I want to read that book. The Fall of Logic. Okay, this is my new 2017 Growth Con. Tell me when it looks really good. Right there looks good? This is the journal. You're going to be taking notes with me for 3 days. Okay, by the way, we were sold out yesterday. I called the hotel. If you want to call me, I have a few seats that I can hook you up with. VIP, premium VIP, and executive level tickets, as well as about 6 general admission tickets. You're going to see, or you can go to 10xgrowthcon.com, 10xgrowthcon.com. Damon John, Grant Cardone, Tim Story, Tim Grover, Russell Brunson, Danielle Delgado, Gloria Mayfield Banks, okay? Lewis House, Damon John, Jay Abrahams, Jared Glant, Elena Cardone, 24 speakers, 40 sessions. It's going to be the most amazing entrepreneurial event of your lifetime. I guarantee that, okay? And I want you there. We got tickets as low as $49. Grant Cardone, thank you for joining me today for Tuesday's book review. If there is a book you would like me to review, please post it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. You guys on Facebook, stay with me. Thank you so much for watching me today. God bless, be great, and I'll see you tomorrow for the G&E Show. Okay, you guys on Facebook.